again welcome in the second part of lecture. As I have discussed the first part relating to the golden ideology, golden philosophy, and the golden assessment of the both social, economic, and another side, civil and political. And now I am entering into the another domain. That is one of the component in the course because it is very essential to complete all the system. But what I am narrating here, what I am analyzing basically of the expressing power. I am analyzing the system, how it can be correlated, criticized, analyzed, and develop the ideology. This is my efforts to give everything to the student because they are the future of the nation, and every teacher's efforts shall be, or it is basically to give everything whatever he knows to the student, to disseminate only the student, not to the colleagues, not to the others. That is the natural habit of every teacher. Now, one of the component is the compensatory jurisprudence. Nowadays the compensatory jurisprudence is going to be developed in this 21st century, or the last decade of the 20th century after the 1980. And there are some sources. I am just narrating the sources, then I will enter into the free and compulsory education. And what are these sources? The basically of the Article 32 of the Constitution. Article 32 of the Constitution, where the remedy has provided to approach to the Supreme Court directly. The compensation has been awarded by the Supreme Court in various cases after the 1980 in violation of the fundamental right. Otherwise, there was no remedy earlier. Only to say that that was the wrong action, and amendment. Of course, the writ petition can be issued for the purpose what has been done by the court, that was to declare this unconstitutional and null and void. But at the same time, the monetary relief question was there before the court, and the court has developed this compensatory aspect of the monetary relief to the person who got some anxiety and some problem because of the violation of such type of the rights of the people. And it is recognized principle in ordinary law also. But I'm not talking about the civil law. Civil law is totally different. If you are talking about the contract law and the law of tort, there is a compensation under the contract, that law of tort also. But it is not that subject matter. It is a subject matter which has been awarded by the Supreme Court from the very beginning. Bhim Singh case or other cases are there, Nilavati Behra case is there, Rudul Shah case is there, and so many cases are there. All these cases, according to the provisions of the Article 32, the relief was granted to those persons who are really the victim, and custodial death is there. In 2006, the Human Rights Protection Act was amended, and under that section 18, if you will see, a new clause was inserted that to give the award or to recommendation by the Human Rights Commission to the government to give the compensation to that person. And the annual report is going to be published, and if you will write to the NHRC, there is a address available in the website, and it is sent to them. They will newsletter of every month or the quarterly, they will send free of cost. And then education relating to the human rights and the compensatory aspect of all these things, you will see in that case also. And the Saheli case, various cases are there, not only one case. The environmental system, protection of the environmental system, and protection of the civil liberty from the police atrocities and the police activities, encounter deaths are there, custodial deaths are there, and so many things are there. Human Rights Commission is also the good approach of the Human Rights Commission according to the provisions of law. That is 2006. It is the unique piece of legislation in India. But in Constitution, under Article 32 of the Constitution, there is a provision to provide the relief to those persons. I am not giving the admit to the person OPPOA7. What is this wrong number? Unless the student will not write the name, this is not possible for me to admit such type of student. This is a wrong method. Now come another the component. This is also the examination systems and a very essential aspect which requires to be said that that aspect should be discussed in the thorough with the help of the international law, international convention, international declaration. Declarations are also there. Therefore, there is the make the bifurcation and the breakup of the this aspect of the pre and compulsory education, and some portion we have discussed when we were discussing the convention on the rights of child of that 1989, and we have seen the article 28 under that convention also, and we have said about this special article of article 26 under the UDHR. There is a right to free and compulsory education up to this certain age, and there was the constituent assembly debate why the primary word is not written at that time. There was the draft constitution article 36 relating to the article 45 of the constitution, and it was correlated with the article 18 of the draft constitution. I am talking about the draft constitution, which is now the article 24 of the constitution. The child labor is prohibited. All these system it has developed at that time, and said that the primary education, it was, there was a debate in the that relating to this the constituent assembly. There was a debate that Najiruddin's debate was there, and the Alan Metraj debate was there. Finally the argument given by the Najiruddin has said that yes, there should be the word the primary education, but it is not written the primary education. Even if we will see that act has enacted by our parliament, competent legislature of 2009, free and compulsory education, elementary education word may be there, but it is not a primary word. Avoided, it has avoided because a certain group of age, at that time there was a problem. Still there is a problem that the people who are living in the backward area, and the people who are living and in those areas where there is no economic facility. Though this is the mandate after 2009, 1st April 2010, it has been came into force of that law, and that if that has came into force in 2010, then certainly it is now the duty of the state to provide every kind of facility. And at the same time 86, that 86th amendment of the constitution, this is also the question for your competition. Every time, most of the time it is being asked by the examiners in some competitions, that right to education. And 21A, you know 21A, what is the language of this 21A? Is language, if you will see, that it shall be determined by the law. It has been written. It came into that constitutional system in 2002, 86 amendment, but the law has made in 2009 and came into force 1st April 2010. And there are the gap in between the after the making that the free and compulsory education, and it was thought when the article 36 debated, after article 36 debated in the constituent assembly, it was thought that it shall be endeavor, or it shall be strived by the state to provide this elementary education up to the age of 14 years. It has been written at that time because of the economic capacity of the country. That was not there. But whenever the economic condition shall be improved in the country, there was the dream of the constitution makers, and because of that dream, it has fulfilled in the year 2002 by incorporating a separate article as 21A, complete article. But it has written to that will be done according to this aspect of the 21 says that the yes, this is that the state shall provide either the not the word the endeavor, because of this provision is under the FR part 3rd, provide, shall provide. It gives the mandate, it gives the very forceful provision, shall provide the what, provide the free and compulsory education to all the children up to the free and compulsory education to all the children. The age is written there because of the impact of the constituent assembly debate. Primary education it is not written, but only the age. The age is the condition of the child is there, and he can go to the school in the late age. Therefore, that is not the one, and up to the 14 years normally it has been written, and other conditions also there. and the system of education to age of 6 to 14 years. See, one side there is 6 to 14. Now the by 86 amendment, 2002, the 45 is also amended. 45, which was the article draft article 36 at that time, and 45, and it was the duty and duty, there was the choice because of the 37, because of the non-enforceability, all these things. But now this duty is shifted from 45 to 21A after this 2002. But what is now 45? Many times I have seen the in interview, many of the senior teachers are not aware. At that time they were not aware. They may be aware at 10th because of the debate is going on and the lectures are delivering, and the students who have the good habit to study and to search the matter, they are doing more rather than the teachers. And the 45 feet, it has written that before that age of this age, which is written the 6, where they will go. Therefore, there are the Anganwadi, there is a system under this law where there are the 38 sections and 7 chapters under this free and compulsory 2019. Rights of the children, it has been written, and if any complaint grievances will be there, and that grievances will go to the Children's Commission, and law made in the year 2005, the commission, and that constituted by the government. All these questions are related to your examination, means all the examination of competitive examination, and finally law shall be determined by the competent legislature, and as state may by law determined, add state may comma by law comma determined, whatever it will be determined, whatever the principles will be there, whatever the capacity of the state will be there, whoever the teacher is there, and what will the that retaining policy is not there. And in some states it has amended, and the private schools mandate under the 12 section 12, it is given all these things. They will provide the 25% to the people who are basically of the persons who have the duty of all these aspects relating to this system, or to give the special preference to those persons. But the remuneration, it has challenged, and ultimately the constitutional on the basis of the constitutional virus, and but the Supreme Court has laid down the principle that no, constitutionally section 12 is valid, and it is the duty of the social duty. Now the new law are coming, if they are earning the money from the society, and they may be the corporation, they may be the schools, they may be the company, and whatever they are there, they are earning money from the society. Therefore the social responsibility is also there, and under that social responsibility, the court has written all these aspects, the relating to this system of law. We say that the matter is a constitutionally valid within the parameters of constitution. It is social responsibility, but the remuneration shall be given to those students who are pursuing the system of the law. Pursuing the system of law means who are performing the duty according to the provisions which is given under the particular section. As I have cited, 25% reservation to the student for the free and education, the free and compulsory education. Those students who are socially backward and who have no economic capacity, the reimbursement shall be given to those students who need those reimbursement to those schools who are providing the education to the socially backward student. Therefore, the add per the rate of the government schools, government rates, but not at per the rate of their. So TMA Pi case is there, who has banned on this the capitation fees and the donation fees, and the Unni Krishnan case is also there, Mohani Jain's case is there, and there are the various cases. And on this point, and the right to education and every aspect is a basic right now after the law making by law has enacted by the competent legislature in India, and that is the one of the essential things. And now come into the point that international scenario, as I have cited this 28 article 28 of the convention, and the other parts are also there. These are the parts of the Article 26 of the UDHR that has cited, and there are part elementary, primary, whatever the parts are there, professional education and higher education, higher secondary education. Every mandate is given there. No exception is there under the Article 26 of the UDHR. And that's why one component you will always discuss about the international system, about the that aspect. And the CEDAW, if you will see the CEDAW, the Article 10 is special. No discrimination shall be there relating to the that I have correlated this right to education at that time with the relate of the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Abhiyan is going on. Therefore, that is the aspect for those persons who are in the society, because of this ratio of the child in between the girl and a student. Therefore, thus the provision is there under CEDAW also. Article 10 says that there shall not be any kind of discrimination. International law says that no religious discrimination, no language-based discrimination, no color-based discrimination, and no regional discrimination, race-related discrimination shall not be any there. In the same way, in Indian Constitution, any kind of the discrimination is prohibited, either under part third or the another part. It cannot. Special law can be made. This is called the special law for the special community, for the special persons, for promoting their rights, because they were not got earlier, and that's why to provide to them for the equal platform, to come in the equal platform. There are such type of things are there, and the as convention with the other rights of, as you have seen, that there is the protection of all these. And some rights, migrant labor at present are migrating from one place to another place. And this is also, but international law in 1990, there is one convention, go through that convention also. And I hope that the free student will read 1990, and there is one provision of this 12.4, that if the migrant labor is migrating from one place to another place, they have no stability, but their children, where they will go, and what they will get, and if they will not get the education, then what will be the consequences? Think about it. What will be the consequences? Consequences will be adversarial to the society. They will affect the society either directly or indirectly. Number one. Number two, what is the relevancy and use of this education? Education is for the betterment of society, for the betterment of everyone. Now we are searching the knowledge economy from the various sources, and good sources, the various legal services authorities article is there relating to the difference, as I have discussed in the first part of the this lecture. And if you will go there, it is a very wonderful material is available in that one. And in this way, the international laws are available in the website, and every article is discussed with the object that this is very essential to provide the free and compulsory education to all the peoples who are living in India. It is not a discrimination that only the citizen itself be given to those. No, it shall be given to everyone, and they will get it according to this one. And that's why the one fundamental duty as a K comes in your examination many times. K says that the parents' duty is also there to send to them and to provide the facility. That is the parents' duty. Many of the child labor relationship is there and correlated at that time. The Dr. Ambedkar also correlated that why the children are not going to school, because they are doing the child labor, and child labor is prohibited under Article 24, which was the Article 18 of the draft Constitution. Therefore, all the up to the age of 14, it is written under 42, that 24. Article 24, the same provision is written under that earlier, before the 2002, under Article 45, and now it is in the law or in under Article 21A. 14 years age is here, 6 to 14, and 0 to after the child to take care by the state also. The facilities are being provided if the child is in home also by the state government, by providing the nutritious item to the pregnant women. and the other facilities are being provided because of this 45, Article 45, which has been amended in the year 2002, as I have pointed out that these are the facilities, the policy of the government. And the after this, if the child at the very beginning, there is a register as provided by the government, and the report is going continuously, and the nutritious food is coming and is given to the motherhood shall be protected. It is the dream of our constitution makers. Motherhood shall be protected. Here international laws are there. Therefore the one declaration of 2000 disabled, if you will see, there is a separate act for the protection of disabled act 2016, a comprehensive. Earlier there was 1995. Because of the international convention of the 2006, it has been quoted in the object of this 2016 act, and that convention of 2006 provides that there should be the facility for the providing the elementary education. This is also written in that convention of 2006 relating to this aspect of the protection of everyone, and to provide the every facility to those persons who are really needy, and that should be given to them, and with reference to the aspect of the portion that is the freedom to all one. And there are the other international UNESCO report is also, a document is there for the free and compulsory education. And some judgment the court had said that the free and compulsory education doesn't mean up to the 8th class, but it includes the secondary education also. If the age of the student is up to the 14 years, means secondary, it includes there. And if the one schedule is also there under this 2009 act, whenever you are getting the time, please thoroughly study the every legislation. One legislation study gives the benefit for the other aspect. Thus, I hope that all the students will go for that aspect. One question is also there. That is the question relating to the kinds of schools who are under the compulsion to provide the free and compulsory education. Whether all are free and compulsory education, the special schools are there. For example, the Sainik schools are there, Navodaya schools are there, and some Jawaharlal that after the Navodaya school, some new models schools are there. Whether these schools are also bound to provide the free education, answer is yes. That these schools are under the compulsion to provide the government schools. Whatever the schools are there, they are under. If you will see that the definition given under section 2 clause N of the act, there is the categories of the schools, and every school is the N. It says that the schools established, owned and controlled by the appropriate government. Appropriate definition is also given. Appropriate, if it requires to be such that under section 2 appropriate, what will be the appropriate? Please, one thing keep in your mind that various times I have said that the definition which is written under one act is not applied in another matter. Therefore the appropriate government which is defined here, the state government, the center government, local government, and others also, who is getting the financial assistance from the exchequer of the government. Therefore the established, controlled, and the managed by the appropriate government. And second says that the aided school, whatever a school is there, they are also the bound, but they are getting the aid from the government. The schools of special categories, I have special categories cited, that the Navodaya and all Sainik schools are there under this special category. And the unaided school, you can say the public school. For the public school, section 12 is there, and that, and a schedule, very interesting schedule is there, and the schedule provides that what kind of facilities shall be in the school. Library in that school will be there, and the entertainment items will be there, and a small kind of the play should be play means the mood of play will be given to the student. and the teacher's duty and ratio of the teacher. What will be the ratio? How many teachers will be there? And the schedule had been made. And the who will check and balance over it? It is the management was given to the local that the government in charge of the village. They will send directly report to the government all these aspects which say under this special kind of the system of the law, and that is very unique law. Right of the children, free education, compulsory education, that is of course the said by this uh, chapter 2 of that law. And chapter 2 is from the article, it is a small, sorry, it is a section from section 3 to 5. Some slipping of tongue is there because it is going to be recorded, but I'm very in hurry and to complete all these things. And the right to free and compulsory education of the children, this is a right. This is a right. Means everyone is entitled. Everyone is entitled who is living, staying. If the some laborers are from the Nepal, they are working in India, their children are also. And midday meal, they are entitled to get it because the education they will. Otherwise, what's the purpose? Think about the purpose and goal of the education. Education goal and purpose is to make the ideal the city, to make the complete citizen, perfect citizen, a citizen which will have the capacity of civilization, which will have the capacity of earn the livelihood, which will have the capacity to not to create any kind of problem in the society for the law maintaining agency, any kind of civilized system, ideal principle, not to be the negligent, not to beat about the bush, but not to tell a lie, because the education is a tool of all-round development in the personality of him. But if the good educated person is there, how he will be unemployed? Whatever he will do or she will do, they will get the livelihood. That is the object of this one. Therefore, this is a right. To get the right, that is because of the economic condition, it was not given in the beginning at the time of the enforcement of the constitution. But later on, there aaye, durust aaye, whatever is there, but it is essential for everyone to get this type of the system of the law for every human being in the society because of all these things. And there, thus the chapter 3rd, which says that duty of the appropriate government, local authority as defined under local government, as I have said, the appropriate government is defined under section 2 subclause A, that it is the duty of that local government. Local government, as you have seen yesterday, the General Clauses Act, it is defined that General Clauses Act, when we were discussing the state, about that the definition of the state, that was that part, and this 31 subclause 31 you have seen. The definition is, if any definition is not given anywhere, then either the Encyclopedia Britannica meaning, and law lexicons meaning, and then law dictionaries meaning, and then general clauses also. The first general clauses, then the second part of the source of the definition is given in all the aspect of the that either local government, local authority is also defined under the section 2H for the purpose of this right to education, free and compulsory education 2009 Act. 2009 Act. I am discussing 2000. Chapter 4 begins from that 12 to that 28. The indication, I have got the indication. It means after the some minutes, the certainly this party will over. Tomorrow I will discuss the minority rights, some part of the minority rights. Immediately I will enter into the unit 4 of the prescribed course relating to independence of judiciary. Public interest litigation, you have read about it. The various cases are there. Why the local system? All these things tomorrow I will discuss. Chapter 5 says that about the section 29, and these 30 of the curriculum development. What kind of curriculum will be there? The course, what should be the course? in the higher education, if you will see, I'm talking higher education, I'm not the elementary education. For elementary education, there is a section 29 and 30, curriculum, syllabus, how it shall be framed, what should be the component for the study, and how it will be frequently changed. The syllabus frequently it should be changed, and a new component should be included in the syllabus because of the very useful syllabus. It requires not to read the old one and the what is the system, but the syllabus should be framed in a way so that one can correlate the historical present and the future also, and the scientific development. These are the provisions in RT Act also, the Right to Education Act, under section 29 and 30 is there. And then these are the chapter 6 protection, which gives very good protection. And if any no punishment shall be given to the small child. Earlier there was the way of the giving the punishment if the child is not completed the homework and all these things. Now no punishment, and there is a corporal punishment for those persons, you know, those persons who are administering or administered the punishment to the child, a small child. Psychological factors are there why the punishment should not be given. What kind of attitudes of the parents, even if not the teacher, should be towards the child. If it is not say to the child that no, you have done it in a wrong way, but it requires to be requires to be given to the child that they apply your mind and to develop his understanding capacity from very beginning. If he's throwing the pots, then give the idea, no, if you will throw it, you will break down, and these will be the pieces. And if it will be pieces, then certainly that the pot we will lose, and another, and this is the money from the pocket if you will show it to the that one. I have done some experiment with the small child, but they are in good position now, small child, and either in the good banking sector or in good places. They are in the very beginning, they are the neighbors, and they are my relatives. And I have done at that time the experiment because I was doing some work on the child psychology. And child psychology requires and needs to love and affection. That is the purpose of the education. This is therefore the charity starts from the home, and the parents' duty is written here under Article 51A, subclause K. 11th duty is here, and sometimes it is being asked in the competitive examination how many duties are there, what is the K, and the option may be there, and for the purpose. Thus, the child psychology, it should be the counseling system. I'm not appreciating the schools established by the Christian missionary, but there is a good, if the good system is here, and that should be adopted. And the child psychology and counseling of the parents. Counseling of parents doesn't mean only to take their test, but what kind of atmosphere is at home, and what is the habit of the parents, whether they will give the good education to their children on the basis of the charity which is being started from the home, or education for certain purpose. Some purposes, the literal meaning is that to write and read and to study all these things, to learn the writing process and learning more. But education includes other aspect of principles of the civic sense. No, the parents, that the persons are morality, and moral education is written in the international conventions in various places. Moral education, civilized education, social education, cultural education. The kinds of the education is also there, and you can give the point-wise answer that what kind of and what instruments, legal instruments, it has been laid down. All these things that relating to this aspect of that compulsory and the pre-education up to the age of 14 years, and from very beginning, from the womb comes it, because the other facilities which are providing by the government as per the mandate of the Article 45 after the 2002. And then chapter miscellaneous provisions, as you know that at last there is a miscellaneous provision, whatever has not been covered under the other provisions, other sections, and this comes up under that schedule. How many hours study will be there, and the teachers will not do other work apart from the educational work. It has written the educational work. Educational work, maybe the accounting, all these things, but the separate duty of the teachers. Some teachers are facing, in the beginning they were in anxiety, what has happened in 2009, no student will declare the fail, and how the quality will come. They are coming for the taking this midday meal, and what and how. But it was thought by the constitution makers as well as the legislatures that the psychology of the person who is in the capacity of the teacher shall be in a way so that a student who is not in position to do anything to try level best, so that that student who are in the back row, who are the slow learner, come in the first row or come become the fast learner duty. And thus that is the ideal philosophy, not philosophy, that was the ideal ideology. It was a golden ideology, the duty of the teacher, so that the student may become the very powerful by expressing each and everything, by doing hard work, continuous hard work. Thank you very much. And this is all about this one, minority rights to establish the educational institution, article 30 and clause 2, 929 clause 2, as well as the article 30 which relate to this one, constituent assembly debate, and why the minority rights were given especially to them, because here the RTE is also extended. It is not applicable on the minority community who have established the separate educational institution for that purpose. So special status was given to the minority, that we will discuss tomorrow. I hope that every student will come with the full preparation, so that if I will go here and there and all these things, he will keep in mind that no, this is the material and it requires to be searched. Thank you very much.